Well, here's the objective for the day. Ragged Top, and maybe I'll do this whole Sawtooth Ridge, but I think I'm pointing the right place. Going out there, it looks pretty cool, but it's only about 2-mile hike up with like 1,500 foot of gain. So excited to get out there and do some scrambling. Well, we're parked, and there it is. Still looks like a pretty cool ridge line with a bunch of saddles in between. So we're gonna go up just this main drainage, bend left to hit a saddle, and then wrap around the backside to go up a gully. Is at least the minimal amount of beta that I've read. I really don't think it's gonna be too tough, but it could get a little bushwhacky, so we'll see. But this is Ragged Top in apparently the Silverbell Mountains. I don't know if that's legit or that's what the locals refer to them as. So it's only about 2 miles from here to the top, with about 1,500 foot of gain, but it starts very easy, so it's obviously going to steepen up. All right, so it's starting to get closer, starting to slowly ramp up. We still got a while, maybe to those rock formations, so you get up into it. It definitely looks a lot easier as anything, because you don't have the depth. It looks very vertical from far away, so this is looking easier and easier the closer we get. There are some cairns, but it's a very primitive trail, if you can even call it that. You're just sort of winding straight towards it, however you see fit. And then I just happened to stumble upon some cairns, which now these cairns seem to be taking us up a trail right here. So we've walked half a mile, maybe more. I'd imagine the climbing is going to be like a good mile. I mean, so you can see we are going up here. So I guess we technically are climbing. Cairn. Yeah, it's going up now, so that's good. Always want to put invert when you can. So I think we're just following this drainage straight up, I think. So we've come up quite a bit. And I think it's feeding us into this gully between Tooth Rock. The main drainage is over there, but the cairns brought us up over here. There's one there. I'm not upset about it. I sort of want to go up here and cut all that off. So we've come up quite a bit, probably a good 600-700 feet, I would guess. So maybe not quite half our vert, but it's about to get more fun, I think, up this boulder-strewn gully. And then I think the peak is beyond. It's not up here. I think it's beyond Mr. Tooth. So we're just avoiding, we're a decent amount above that main drainage, and presumably we'll cut it off when we get up there. So just headed up between Tooth Rock and whatever you call this rock, and then there's Sunlight Spire. I'm making that up, like Colorado, but the summit's beyond and higher somewhere, I believe. Do you want to go up here, or do you want to bend right?
Let's go right.
Okay.
You could easily go that way.
I mean, this is looser and seems a little more difficult to step, but...
Well, remember, I don't have my ribs.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah, you're right. Shit.
Yeah, that way would be a lot easier.
Really?
Plus you got this prickly plant. It's steepened up near the gully. I would have gone up on that rock, but we're taking this way up, which is going to be an extreme bushwhack, I think. But it should work. So this is getting up that first little chute. Yeah, we'll get up here. Slowly but surely. Yeah, I'll just poke around here and see what we got going on the left, in case it's much easier, which it could be. Let's see. I don't know. It might be, but I think around to the left here on the shelf is going to be an easier path up the last little bit. Yeah. So check in later. All right, so we've come up to sort of what I'm calling a saddle. This is the main drainage that I think most people go up, but that was more fun. But this is, we could, I think, shortcut this again and it would meet up here, but I think we're just gonna drop. I mean, it's not far, it's like a 20-30 foot drop down to this main drainage and then take that right up. But we are higher than it now, so we could wrap around here, I believe, and just meet up with it. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we're gonna discuss. Okay, so we chose the left option to stay high and hopefully cut off what the main trail will be. I mean, this is like so they're bighorn sheep up here, native bighorn sheep population. So I think we're on their tracks and on their turf. But that does provide us with some nice gamey looking trails to walk up. So we're just going up here, cutting off. Well, we can't see the big drainage anymore, but yeah, this is good. This is good. This might put us all the way up at the main saddle, I'm thinking. So yeah, almost there. We've reached what I'm calling the notch here, and the notch is gonna meet up with the main route. This is the bighorn sheep route that we took, but there is your main route comes up right here, and I don't know if that's the summit or it's over there. I'm honestly not sure, but somewhere up here we're gonna gain the main saddle, and just trying to cut off this drainage, but I probably should cut down to that drainage. So we're going up either there or maybe bending to the left. I'm not sure, but we're getting closer to some of these high peaks in the Silverbells. All right, so we've contoured around. The other trail comes up here. We're on it. I just found a cairn. So we're going up here. I'm still not sure if it's to the right or to the left, but I'll figure it out in a couple hundred feet. This is fun though. This is like steep class 2. We did encounter the way we went some class 3, I would say, but nothing too treacherous or exposed. So yeah, just working our way up this gully seems very easy. There's summit somewhere up there, but I think we've hit the official saddle. Looking over to the south side, I don't know what any of these peaks are. Oh, I don't know if that's Baba Kavari out there. I think that's Baba Kavari out in the distance, because there you see Kit with the towers. I think that's Baba Kavari way out there. But anyway, just came up a very steep gullies, and I don't know, somehow it looks like this gully's our ticket right here, if I had to guess, but maybe you wrap some. But to me, it looks like you'd go up right here. So I guess we'll find out. We got a nice breeze up here. It feels better. It was hot down there. So only got, I don't know what that is, 300-400 feet left to the summit now. I'm gonna say 300. Alright, so I'm just gonna go straight up this thing, and maybe I'll get cliffed out. I think the actual route bends up a gully. It does. But why would I not just go straight up? Alright, well, the little shortcut seemed to work. It just dropped us off to this main gully, which I think is the route up. So we might have 150 more feet to the summit here. The rock's starting to get a lot more stable, which is nice. Looks like we're gonna hit a notch here. Let's see what the notch has to offer us. Then we gotta go over here. Yeah, just a little notch. Could have come up that way from below, maybe. Some nice little chimneys, but I think the idea is going to be to wrap around here and go up there's not much more climbing to do. Almost there. Got it. So this is the summit, and there's 2 other people up here. Nice. Summit, maybe. Nice. That was actually just class 2 coming up. I thought it was going to be more class 3. This is Ragged Top. Got a solar panel, sort of, a broken one. Pretty cool views from up here. Mount Lemon, Mica Mountain, Rincon, Wrightson, Baba Kavari, and I don't know any of this other little stuff out here, but quite the plains here. But this was a cool little steep little hike, you know, similar to Flatiron. You know, I'd say it's steeper. It's like a baby Flatiron. It's harder than I would say like Picket Post or Picacho for sure, or Saddle Mountain. But it's right between those and Flatiron and whatever that other one I did. Yeah, Saddle Mountain out by Tonopah. They said there were some sheep up here. But yeah, this is cool. Cool views. So yeah, we're gonna take some views in and then skedaddle out of here to get down. I meant to point out, I didn't even, as I did my panoramic sweep of the big boys, there's Picacho and Newman right there. Picacho looks so tiny and you won't be able to see in the camera. You can actually make out the Superstition ridgeline and Flatiron, and I think what is 4 peaks out there. And even the 2 little baby humps of Piesto and Camelback, I think is what I'm seeing. So very hazy, but yeah, Newman looks so much bigger than Piesto. Piesto looks so small. But I just like the view of the Catalinas, and then the Rincon is very good, and then Wrightson. So you can still see there's still quite a bit of snow on the north-facing slope of some of these mountains. Probably melting pretty quickly. But yeah, that was cool to see Baba Kavari too. So probably won't show much on the way down, maybe just some representative sections. That's a good steep little hike. You know, I would say minimal scrambling, but there's some low class 3 sections, I would say, but steep class 2 with some easy class 3. So definitely worth doing. Not too hard to get to either. So just a bunch of gullies like this we're gonna have to come down, which, you know, generally I don't like, but it's fine. We'll probably branch out here the way we came in. 2 other people on the summit apparently came up a completely different way, so I think there's a lot of different ways up these gullies and this rock. So I think right here is where I'm gonna cut to the right to bypass this drop, sort of the way we came up. Yeah, probably right here. Did I get it right? Let's see. Oh, there's a big lizard there. Yeah, this should work. So just gonna head down here, right to our saddle here. Alright, just descending the main gully. So that notch that you see is what we popped through. We're just gonna continue down this main gully and not do our little notch side gully, which I think will be easier and slightly more time efficient. So this is just typical, you know, loose gully, although you find some solid rock in some places, but then you get a lot of sort of loose scree type terrain, talus type terrain. I mean, it's not too bad, especially here. This is nice bomber rock here. Yeah, so anyway, just working our way down here slowly but surely until this drainage runs out on the plains below, and then we traverse out to the car. It's fun coming down this drainage. There's quite a lot of big rock steps and obstacles. I mean, this is probably the biggest one. All very easy to get down, but still, it's fun. It's not just like walking down. You actually get to climb on some rocks. So yeah, pretty cool. You could go through that tunnel. I went off here. You could go off over there. All fun. Alright, so we've come out of the main drainage, cut to the right to try to locate the trail we were on coming up, and I finally found the first cairns. So these cairns, we're in this like grass shrubland. I still got half a mile out at least. There's our, so it looks like you probably could go up that eastern spine instead of the gully, but it's all good. You could easily get on top of almost all these, maybe not some of those small vertical spires, but and that's a wrap. Dun, dun, dun.